Hey guys, so today we are not going to be talking about SCR Metro. Today we're going to be talking about British Railway 1.3.4, specifically about the new branch line that they're going to be adding because yeah. So I ain't going yap today, let's just get right into it.
Oh, here we go again.
Obviously we can't make predictions without some sort of preview, and don't worry, we got quite a few of them today. The first of these, being released on January 12th, showcases a new interesting station. This station doesn't appear to have any overhead wires, and it appears to have 3 platforms technically, but 2 tracks, because the first one is out of service. Before we move on though, I do gotta say that I really appreciate the small touches, such as the fencing over here and the bike racks next to the entrance. But now I have to figure out where in the actual is this station located. Well, if we take a really close look at the station name, you can see that it spells out Cressford, which is obviously not an existing station on the network. And since this station wouldn't really fit on any existing non-electrified line, this means that we're getting another new branch line, yes sir.
Oh, but the network map doesn't have a new branch line on it.
No! Cause me personally, I don't think the developers would already have everything figured out just a few weeks after their last update, not gonna lie. But we still have to answer, where will this branch line be located? Well, if we take a look at the preview released on January 26th, we can see that the branch line merges onto some sort of main line in the top left of the preview. And if you go to Sterling Street and head a little north, you'll see a branch off that looks very similar to the one shown in this preview. And if you run a little further down on this branch off, you'll be able to find some similarities in the scenery, like with these industrial buildings. However, if you do go further down this branch off, you'll see an outline of a station, but since this kind of station wouldn't really be that practical in this kind of area, I'm just going to assume that they're just scrapping it or turning it into some sort of abandoned station when the branch actually releases. And if all of that stuff that I just yapped about wasn't enough evidence for you, you should probably go take a look at the March 23rd preview. Not only does it showcase the DBSO and the Mark II, which I'm pretty excited to see added into BR, it also shows the same branch off again, which matches up with the one showed in this preview. Okay, so since we now know that this new branch line is gonna branch off north of Sterling Street, let's actually go back to the station that we were originally talking about. So this elevated station appears to have an island platform and 2 tracks. It also has a short canopy and also an entrance that kind of looks like the old St. Helens Bridge platform entrances. If you know, you know. However, there is another thing that we can actually figure out about the branch line from the station. If you take a look towards the top left again, we'll be able to see what looks like a Class 80X stop marker, which means that we'll likely have at least semi-fast services and possibly even intercity services on this new line. And unfortunately, we can't really figure out the name of this station because, well, there's no station name signs. So it is what it is, I guess. So with that out of the way, let's move on to the next preview. God damn, bro. Released on February 2nd, this preview shows a 2-platform semi-trench station. I don't know, this thing's kind of weird. This station also has the same Class 80X car markers that we saw before. And I'm not even gonna lie when I say this, the station building is actually fire. And fortunately, we do get a station name sign with this station, but I can't even make out what that says, to be honest. If you're able to figure it out, I'd appreciate it if you can tell me in the comments below, not gonna lie. And with that out of the way, let's move on to the final preview, which was released on April 6th. Coincidentally, this station also happens to be the final station on this new branch line, as the preview's title, End of the Line, signifies that this is the last station on the new branch. Anyways, this station appears to have 3 platforms, with the third one possibly being a through platform, but I'm not so sure about that. We also have 2 Class 755s, with one of them going to Norrington and the other going to an unknown destination. Likely Cuffley though, considering the nature of this branch. And unfortunately, we're also unable to figure out the name of this station, unless you're somehow able to read the text on this departure board. So overall, what we're able to figure out so far is that this branch line will have 4 stations, that it will branch off after Sterling Street, and that it will serve regional, semi-fast, and possibly even intercity trains. But to be honest, something about this branch feels familiar, not gonna lie. Hey guys, so thanks for watching. I know that today's video was a little different, but as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, because as always, I'd really appreciate it. And I guess I'll see y'all again once I find something else to make a video about. Bye guys.